On today's show, Jim Africano from Purple Paws will talk about why buying your kids a bunny for Easter may not be the best idea. Kasey Ewing from Special Kids will chat about her organization and how they're helping children with special needs. And get ready to meet our pet of the week. I've got Georgia on my mind. So grab a handful of jelly beans and tighten up your Easter bonnet. Good Morning Murfreesboro for Friday, April 18th, 2025 begins now.
Good morning, Murfreesboro. I'm Lance Chandler.
And I'm Rachel Albertson. Thank you for joining us for another week where we talk about what makes Murfreesboro shine.
Yeah, and it's been a shiny week. It's Good Friday.
Yes. And there's good and bad. You know, I don't know how many years ago, but it wasn't this year and it wasn't last year when the tornado came through and the kids were home, and that was a pretty scary day.
That was a scary Good Friday. But we got Easter this weekend.
Yes.
Good Friday.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to talk about some cool Easter
stays
stuff.
a Good Friday.
Yes. We would just request a Good Friday. Anything else exciting? You're going to see family and all the good stuff. Are you doing an adult Easter egg hunt or just for kids?
We always do an adult Easter egg hunt.
Yeah?
You know, my mother-in-law likes to put gift cards and money and things.
And what time is that out on Sunday?
I'll trip you. I'll put you down and take your eggs.
Thanks, Lance. Thanks. I'm telling your wife.
It's a competition out there, you know?
Yes. That sounds like a lot of fun, though.
It is a lot of fun. We have a blast, and my mother-in-law just loves doing it. Like she goes overboard. She thinks she's feeding the entire town too, and there's not that many of us. So we're like, what are we going to do with all this food?
Again, let me know what time.
She'll love me for saying that. She'll be like, don't call me out like that.
Well, that's fantastic that you're spending all that time with family.
Yeah, we love it. It's a lot of fun.
That is really great. Well, do you have a joke?
I do have a joke today. I'm switching it up a little bit. It's a little dad joke-ish, but you know, I'm going off the rails here, guys. So I had a friend that texted a picture of his bathroom to his landlord, and he texted him and said, I have a family of rats living in my bathroom. And his landlord texted back and said, no pets and the rent's due.
Nice. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I mean, some of them have been better, but that was good. Sure.
You can't win them all, ass off.
Well, I've been watching a bunch of reels with funny Southernisms, so I wanted to bring a couple of them into the show.
Okay.
So all of you people, which I hear is 20 new people a day moving to Murfreesboro, we want to make sure that if you're from California or another area, that you kind of know some of the things that people say. So the first one is bless your heart, which after being told that many times, I figured out it wasn't something nice every time they said it. So if someone says bless your heart, you can kind of do an interior check of what you're doing and what you're saying.
It means you said something dumb.
Or did something
dumb.
Right?
That's what it means. And we're saying it just to be nice.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
Because you don't know no better.
Self-check. And then I'm from the West Coast, and I've said that before, but I've been here since 2007, so I'm not like a new transplant. Yep. But we were at an event in the neighborhood, and someone said, hey, can you carry me to the store? And I was like on your back? Like, how? Will you carry me to the store so I can buy some wine because we know nothing's open on holidays? Like, totally tripped me up.
Interesting. You know, never really thought about it because I'm from here, but I could see how that'd be confusing. I could see how Rachel was like, all right, hop on, let's
go.
Wagging it to the store.
I mean, I have in my head so much from English. Bring to, take away.
Yep. No, not here.
Bring you to the store.
Carry me.
Yep.
Take me to. Nope.
You're heavy. I can't carry you.
That's not. Hey.
No, bring to, take away. Bring to, take away.
You're heavy. I can't carry you. Fine.
You have any other funny ones?
Well, all right. How about...
I put you on the spot. Sorry.
No, you're good. I got one for you.
Okay.
Pillar. What's a pillar?
Well, I would think it's one of those concrete things, and you would say...
It's a pillow.
Yes. and I have someone that says pilla, and I'm like,
oh, yeah,
how do you spell that?
Yeah, pillow's a popular one.
Pilla.
Or putting a T on the end of just anything that doesn't need a T on the end of it. You know, that's...
I was guilty of a crossed. I want to go across the street. There's no T.
Yeah, no, yeah. A lot of Southerners, we like to put tea in things. Like, we like tea. Sweet
Yeah,
tea.
it's all that sweet tea. All that sweet tea.
Put tea on the end of it. It's good to go.
Wow.
Adds a little sugar.
And it's a sweet weekend. All kinds of sugar. Oh, I know. All right. Well, let's check out what is going on around the country.
All right. Today, through the 27th, it's National Dance Week, which is a fun fact. I used to be a dance teacher.
You
Hip-hop
have done
dance classes.
everything.
I know. I wear mini hats. I'm just over here swapping them out.
Today through Sunday is National Global Youth Service Days. Millions of young people come together and do stuff for the community.
Yep. And, of course, we already talked about it. Today is Good Friday.
Yes.
We're thankful for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and this weekend and what it carries.
Yes. And then coming up Sunday is the last day of Passover, which is a Jewish holiday celebrated to commemorate the historic deliverance of the Jews and Israelites from the slavery in Egypt.
Yeah, and then Sunday is what we've been kind of talking about. We got
Right.
Good Friday leading up to this.
Right.
Easter Sunday, guys. We're so excited for Easter Sunday. We talked about the eggs hunt, but it means more than that, really.
For sure.
It's about Christianity. It's Christianity's biggest day. It's about the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ and what he did for us. And there's many churches that celebrate this. So if you're new to Christianity or trying to find faith, it's a good time to hop in. You can go to many churches here in the community in Murfreesboro and learn about why Jesus Christ died for our sins.
And I did find when I moved here, there you can try a whole bunch out. You don't have to just go to the first one.
Yeah.
And they're all a little different.
And they're all inviting.
Yes.
I mean, they really are.
There's some Southern hospitality there for sure.
Definitely.
So you're going to go to church on Saturday or Sunday? Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's a hardcore Sunday church person.
I like that too.
I'm like, we can go on Saturday. She's like, no, we can't. And I'm like, we could though.
And she says, but we're not.
Yep, that's exactly how it
But
goes.
we're not.
And you know how that works.
And World Outreach is one of the biggest churches out there, and they have guest Christian artists like the Katinas, Charity Gale, and a few others that are going to be playing on Sunday morning, and I'll be there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So they have worships on Saturday which you'll never be at.
Yep, and Sundays.
Yep, bring a chair.
Plenty of opportunities.
Yeah. Well, later this week on the 21st, we have National Kindergarten Day.
Wow. Then we also have on the 21st, National Keep Off the Grass Day, which is my favorite day. Stay off my lawn, guys. I see you out there on my security cameras letting your dogs pee on it. It's perfection. I can see you. Stay off the grass.
Do you hate trick-or-treaters that run
No,
across
actually,
your lawn?
I don't. Oh, all right, I got to tell myself. I rope it off, okay?
Okay, there you go.
I rope it off, and they have to go around. I use caution tape. It says, don't cross this.
That's fair.
But my yard is really, like, I'm a hardcore.
No,
I mean, it's like, like I'm hardcore with the decoration. So it all ties into itself. It looks like a crime scene. So there's no difference. They just know to stay off the grass or it will be a crime scene.
Start something that's like Southern lawns, and yours is on the cover of every issue. All right, moving right along. The 22nd is Earth Day, and for the past 50 years, Earth Day has been celebrated by billions of people around the world, promoting the awareness of health for our environment.
Well, this is a cool day on the 24th. National New Kids on the Block Day.
I think I'm too old for boy bands.
Okay.
I mean, boy bands, yeah. Like, I didn't listen to New Kids on the Block.
I have a New Kids on the Block cassette still, cassette. That was after 8 tracks. We talked about that last week.
Yes, we did. Well, on this day in history, in 1923, Yankee Stadium opened with Babe Ruth hitting a 3-run homer, and the Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-1.
Look at you sporting, You're learning something. Well, also in 1950, the first transatlantic jet passenger trip was completed.
Yeah, and now we just hop on a plane and think nothing of it.
That's really cool. How far we've come.
Yeah. I did a transatlantic plane. I went from New Jersey to Athens.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And then Spain to Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to come back.
And here you are.
And here I am. Oh boy. So celebrity birthdays. One of my favorites. So Jeff Dunham is turning 63.
That's mind blowing.
And I recently saw him in Clarksville, and he is way funnier in person than he is on the shows because he can be a little more free with the things that he says, and he puts some hecklers down where they belong.
There's less of a script, right?
Yeah.
Also, talk show host Conan O'Brien is 62, which also blows my mind. With his hair is super tall, like way up there, taller than mine.
Like Jimmy Neutron.
Kind of, yeah.
That one's because my kids watched it. On Saturday, actor Kate Hudson is 46.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And then on the 21st, Tony Romo, announcer now, also former QB of who?
The Dallas Cowboys.
We're getting somewhere, people.
Actor Jack Nicholson is 88.
You want me to tell you a fun fact?
Yes.
When I was a small child, which is probably was a weird kid, he was like my favorite actor. And I mean, like, I was 4 years old. I loved Jack.
Here's Johnny.
I know, I was a weird kid, right? And then also on the 23rd, who we have right here next to us, John Cena, wrestler and actor.
We do.
My John Cena fans will get that.
Okay. On the 24th, country singer Carly Pearce is 35.
I'll explain that to you later.
Okay.
Maybe I should just explain it for people here. The running joke with John Cena is he did this thing when he was a wrestler, and he would do this. He's like, "You can't see me." And so now whenever he posts pictures and people take pictures with him, and they're like, "I got a picture with John Cena," and everybody comments below on the picture they post, they're like, "I don't see anybody."
Oh boy. Okay.
Just saying. That's how it works, guys. Then on the 24th, senior TV personality Kelly Clarkson turns 43.
I watched her in the beginning when American Idol started.
Oh yeah, the first American Idol, ever. And
that was crazy.
Girl's got some pipes, and we've had several people actually. Speaking of American Idol, from Murfreesboro, on American Idol.
Yeah, there's one right now.
Yeah,
from Eagleville, right?
Yep. Maddie Pruitt. Yep. And we had Colton Dixon. He was on season 11. But yeah, Maddie's on there right now performing. She made it to the top 24.
She got a platinum ticket.
I don't think so. She didn't have to even
she made it all the way.
24. Yeah. Like when it came to the 24th, like she did so good in her performance, they were like, "All right, go sit down. You're good. You're on to the next."
She's been auditioning since she was an embryo.
They talked about that too. So her mom was actually auditioned for the show and was pregnant whenever she was auditioning for American Idol. So she's been around American Idol for a long time.
I'm trying to steal the dad jokes.
I know. That's all good. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So she's top 24. We'll find out this Sunday if she makes it past that round. So and if she does, if you didn't vote already, guys, go out there and vote. Support your community.
Support our local vocalists.
Yeah, our singers, our talent.
I was going to say.
Grady was on here last week talking about the talent. You know what I mean? And that's proof in the pudding right there. Right. There you go. There's your Southern saying.
Proof in the pudding.
All right. We have to thank our sponsors. We have Superior Overhead Doors.
And Titan Media Works.
And for Rural Social Media.
615 Insurance.
Achieve Entrepreneur Center.
And, of course, Hemispheres Wine Bar. Because, one of the things that they do is let us shoot here every week.
I know. And it's a beautiful place. I love it here.
All right. Well, this is the time when I say if you can't find anything to do in Murfreesboro, you're not looking hard enough, and you're definitely not watching our show.
True.
Happening today and tomorrow, the 2025 Tennessee NBHA Spring Fever barrel racing at Miller Coliseum. Don't miss the excitement as the National Barrel Horse Association brings some of the best barrel racers in the country to compete right here in Murfreesboro. There are high-speed thrills, skilled riders, heart-pounding competition. If you're interested, you should go out and cheer them on.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's really exciting. I love rodeo stuff. I actually used to be an escort for awards for horse shows when I was a kid. I've done it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not a thing that Lance is
I'm familiar with the horses.
I actually worked on a ranch and did some, I think it's called dressage. I can't remember anymore, but where you would bring the horse around. Anyway, tomorrow, get ready for an exciting day on the water with Fancher Falls Kayaking Adventure. They're going to do a scenic paddle out to a breathtaking 80-foot waterfall at Center Hill Lake. The participants will meet at the Wilderness Station, and then they will head out. Transportation and all equipment are provided, and it's open to anyone age 10 and up.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Get ready for a fun night and braid teasing excitement. Join the Murfreesboro Young Professionals at Champy's on Tuesday night, April 22nd, for their 13th annual trivia night. The doors open at 6, then the games kick off at 6:30. What time are you going to be there?
Probably 6.
Yeah,
That's a big deal for us.
Yeah, because you're part of that.
Yeah, I'm on the board with NYP, so huge deal, guys. Make sure that if you're interested, reach out to us, find Murfreesboro Young Professionals, and get you a spot for the trivia night. It's a big fundraiser, and all those proceeds go back to our nonprofits that we help. So there's tons of other organizations that we help every single year through our organization, and all of those proceeds from that goes into our charitable contribution funds, and then those are divvied out to all these other organizations. So you're just helping by being there.
That's fantastic, and we're going to put those links below.
Yep.
Coming April 24th, check out Shrek Jr. at the Washington Theater in Murfreesboro. Everyone's favorite ogre, Shrek, teams up with a cast of fairy tale misfits to rescue a princess and discover the true meaning of acceptance. It's part romance, part twisted fairy tale, and it's packed with fun for the whole family, all brought to you by the Cultural Arts of Murfreesboro.
Do you like Shrek?
What?
Do you like Shrek?
I like Donkey.
Yeah, okay. Me too.
Don't miss this heartwarming and hilarious performance, so grab your tickets online and join the adventure. Next Friday, April 25th, join the Child Advocacy Center for the 10th Annual Hometown Heroes Walk for Children in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month. The walk begins at 10:45 at the Murfreesboro Civic Plaza, and that's 111 West Vine Street, and it wraps up with a picnic lunch at the Oakland Park Pavilion. It's free and open to all ages. Local hometown heroes will be recognized during the event. Come walk with purpose, help celebrate those that are making a difference in our community.
Yeah, that's something if you've never done before. It's a really good organization. They do a lot.
Yeah, and it's going to be a beautiful day, and having a picnic, it's a great way to support. Finally, join us next Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 2 on Rutherford County's historic downtown square for the 2025 Earth Day celebration, which we were just talking about Earth Day. This year's theme is Our Power, Our Planet, focusing on the importance of clean energy and building a sustainable future. Every one of us has the power to contribute to environmental conservation. So come out, get involved, and help us protect our planet for generations to come.
Yeah, and if you're interested in these events, we have our links below, so make sure that you go check those out, and you can figure out which one you want to go to. If you want to go to them all, they're all there for you. Next up, we have Chris Phillips from the Phillips Group at Keller Williams. He is back with his final part of his three-part series about buying a new construction home.
Hey Chris, my builder told me that my new home should be complete in about 4 months. Is that realistic?
This is a great question, and one that's not asked a lot until it becomes a problem. And this is our third question in the new construction series. And the answer to that question is going to be this: probably not. It's going to take them 6 to 8 months to complete your home. And the reason that it takes a little longer is because of stuff like weather delays, labor shortages, material shortages, permits not being issued in a timely fashion. These are all things that are outside the builder's control, and we need to be prepared for some of those things to happen. The builder's contract is constructed in a way that gives them sometimes up to a year to complete this contract. So realistically, when we represent our clients in new construction, we tell them be prepared to go for 6 months, and if we're able to close in 4, we'll celebrate with you. We get an early occupancy and we'll go have a party.
For answers to all your real estate questions, ask Chris at the Phillips Group, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
All right, we are back, and we're welcoming our first guest, Jim Africano, the Skunk Whisperer, also from Purple Paws. You're the president, right?
Yes,
fantastic.
current president.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. You give us so many pets, and we hope we help get them adopted. So thank you.
There have been several. Thank you all for all you do for helping Purple Paws, getting the word out, and all the rescues. So we're doing some good in the area, and that's the mission.
We love it. So can I say it now?
Give
me a bunny!
Show me the bunny.
Show me the bunny!
So we brought special guests.
So you're here for a special reason today, though. Normally you're sending us pets that need adopted, but you're here to talk to us a little bit about bunnies.
Making good Easter bunny choices.
Yeah.
Pets are not gifts.
All right, we go.
Oh,
we got some guys here.
Oh, look at this.
Here's Charcoal.
Charcoal.
We call him Cole for
I'll
short.
take the calm one.
This is Snowball.
Snowball.
So these are actually pets of mine that weren't supposed to be pets of mine. Sadly, during Easter, people give bunnies as pets for Easter gifts.
Yeah.
They really don't make good pets. As cute and as adorable and fun as they are, these guys are a 7 to 12 year commitment.
Yeah.
And they're cute and cuddly now, but they can make quite a mess. They can destroy several things. So as cute as they are, I do not recommend giving any pet for a holiday or as a gift. I think animals should be a group acceptance because the animal needs to accept the family as much as the family needs to accept the animal.
Yeah.
So as cute and cuddly as these are, these are going to be 7 to 12 year commitment for me, and we also have 2 more at the house already.
About that.
Wow.
So some of the things you can do, you can actually adopt bunnies virtually and help animal rescues who have them. You can do virtual adoptions. In the Middle Tennessee area, we only really have a couple rescues that are specific to it, and that's Bunny Rescue Nashville, and the other one is Bunny Puffs Exotic Rescue out of Columbia, Tennessee. They're great organizations. And the best thing for Easter, if you want to go to a petting zoo, adopt an animal virtually, or do some crowdfunding and donate to one of these.
Yeah.
What does that mean
Bunny
to
rescues.
adopt virtually? How does that work?
So there's some of them you can they'll have pictures and stories and backgrounds and things about the bunny. Sometimes they're characteristics, and you can actually adopt that one, and they'll give updates and things like that. I know a lot of zoos even do that. So there's definitely a better route than 7 to 12 years of a lot of little pellets all over. So
You don't want something that you're not happy to come home to and love on.
yeah.
It's not fair to the pet.
And these like some lovins. You
am I going to get these back? Or are we
Yes,
trying
you
to?
are.
Are we trying to adopt from?
No,
You're
I'm
gonna
just
get 'em back today.
I'm doing
But-
some loving and then leaving.
But
because
could someone adopt these two?
No.
No? Okay.
It would take a very special case because I want them to be
Well taken care of.
well taken care of for the rest, and it is very difficult when you're talking to people to really grasp that you don't want these animals caged all the time. They do want a lot of attention. You can see they love just being cuddled and held.
Yeah, so sad about it.
It is. So
Well,
enjoy bunnies, but don't adopt. Sadly, they will be dumped a lot of times, and then we get a lot of calls for them from Purple Paws or my other business.
A lot of people may not know any better. What happens if somebody dumps a domestic bunny in the wild?
So with wildlife, they can actually be rehabbed and relocated, but when you do domestic animals, they can't be released. They don't have the instincts. You stick a white bunny out there, he's going to be spotted pretty quick by sadly some predators. And so we try to help prevent that. All of the rescues that I already mentioned, though, are underfunded, overworked, and overwhelmed with already too many rescues.
Well, let's talk about Purple Paws for just a minute.
Sure.
Because we're talking about them being underfunded and overcrowded. So tell us a little bit how that got started, maybe?
So in 2014, we started an organization called Purple Paws. Actually, ironically, in this facility we are sitting in right
That is
now.
Really?
Funny.
In the Hemisphere was a business called Let's Make Wine, and we started doing monthly fundraising for rescues. What we realized is rescues are great at rescuing, but they're not always the best at business. So one of the things we tried to do was teach, and we do continue to do it, we teach rescues how to run their 501s like a business. We specialize in the animal ones. We put together events for them. We've even paid for the 501 and filed their 501 so they could actually become a rescue. And actually, that was one of our local cat rescues. And they have done such great work. They have brought the euthanization rate at our local animal control down from over 90% to in the teens or less.
Wow.
Because I specialize in the trap, neuter, and release and getting these cats adopted. Now there's 2 or 3 other cat rescues in the area. So I like to think we help snowball some of this.
And you don't mean Snowball.
Snowball.
Not that Snowball. No.
Not you, Snowball.
No.
Oh, where you
We'll
going,
go more Dave
Snowball?
Ramsey and Snowball. You know, you just make it bigger and bigger as it goes down the
Yeah.
hill. And over the past, well, almost 11 years, we have raised almost $100,000 for our local animal rescues.
Wow.
Over 95% of every dollar that comes into Purple Paws goes back to help locally. So if you do want to give to animal rescues, you're not sure if the money's going to the best place, we can help do that. So if you do choose to donate to Purple Paws, or if you want to make sure it gets to a specific rescue, you can donate to Purple Paws and earmark it.
Oh,
And we
that's
make
really
sure things like that go where they need to go.
That
Really
is
cool.
so cool.
So you brought something today, going back to the bunny
Yeah,
topic.
so we're going to talk about you and lawn care and how
Yeah,
much you
you know I love
enjoy
my grass.
Lance's lawn care tips. So this is going to fall under one of those. So this time of year, make sure
Yeah,
everybody
there
can
you
see
go.
this. So it's just a laundry basket with a hole cut in it.
Yeah.
Well, before you do your landscaping or lawn care, walk your yard. Bunnies make very, very shallow nests, but they cover it with grass. And so you need to walk your yard, and if you do find it and you don't want to disturb the nest, just get these. You can get them at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever it's going to be called next week. And then you just cut a hole in it, put it on there, put some weight on it, or if you actually have the U-shaped landscaping ties,
Yeah.
just put them right in. I'm sure that's
Yeah.
what you use over
Oh, yeah.
anything
I know
else.
exactly what
you
you're
probably
talking
got a whole plethora of them somewhere in your. Probably carry them like a golf bag.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I got my whole
So it's
collection of
really
stuff.
easy, real inexpensive, and this will help keep them safe. It'll market, and the mother can still raise them. When the bunnies do get bigger, they usually will move off on their own.
Yeah,
So
that's really cool. There you go.
hopefully you've learned a great tip on this.
Yes.
Well,
thank you.
If someone doesn't listen to you and doesn't listen to you, don't dump bunnies message or don't adopt a bunny, for what should they do if they get one and they realize and come June they're like, ooh, probably shouldn't have done this. What should they do?
I am always happy to advise and help. You can actually reach me. I own another company that specializes in wildlife rescue
Oh, my mic.
and removal as needed. And it's Affy Pest and Wildlife. You can reach out to me personally through the website, through social media, also through Purple Paws' Facebook, which is purplepawstn.org is the website, and that'll take you to there. It'll also have our social media links on there, and that'll be the best way to do it. And if you need a place to donate and want to help out the pets, reach out to us. There should be a link somewhere down
There
here.
will be a link.
Yep.
All right.
So if you had to pay too much taxes,
Well,
You
Jim,
could have
thank you
paid less.
thank you so much for being here today. All three of you.
Yeah.
Our pleasure. Thank you for having me, and we sure I'm getting these guys back.
you are. Thank you so much. Oh, Charcoal's a sweetie. Well, stay tuned because up next we have Purple Paws Pet of the Week. This week's Pet of the Week comes to us from Lifehouse Petfinder. Meet Georgia. Georgia is a senior girl that was returned to Lifehouse after 12 years. And this is such a sad story. Her mother moved away and took with her the only life that Georgia has ever known. Georgia is a people lover, and she would do best with older children and older pets. She's looking for a nice home with great company to live out the rest of her days.
Yeah, and if you think you're interested in adopting Georgia, reach out to Lifehouse Petfinder and make Georgia part of your family. You can find more of this information on our links below.
Yeah, that's so sad. I'm
sad.
sorry. Well, we are here with our second guest. We have Kasey Ewing, the Director of Development for Special Kids. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Glad to
thank
be
you
here.
for being
I didn't
here.
bring bunnies. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I have
well,
nothing. Well, I'm not supposed to have them, so
right,
I
right.
follow the rules.
Yeah,
You're
you have a
doing good.
virtual bunny
You're doing
somewhere.
good.
Yes.
Well, why don't you give us a little history of you and how you got involved in Special Kids?
Yeah. So Special Kids has been around Murfreesboro for 26 years, and so I just came on staff last July as the Director of Development. And so what that means is I get to go out and raise money for our organization. And so we are a nonprofit. We're a Christian nonprofit in town, and our mission is just to serve Jesus Christ by helping kids with special healthcare needs.
Wow.
And so we have two different buildings. We have a nursing center and a therapy center. So in the nursing is a little bit more of our higher risk children, and they come from pretty much all day. So our parents can work. They can drop their kids off. They have a nurse there, nurses' aides to make sure help tube feeding, take care of them throughout the day. But they do so much fun things. Last week we had goats come out,
Oh, wow.
and all the kids got to play with the goats. It's been a week of animals for me. I'm learning about the bunnies and the
And
goats.
spring is in the air,
Spring
right?
is in
You
the
know?
air. You can hear it in my voice. And we had a farm came out and brought the goats, and then the little theater here, Murfreesboro, came
Yeah.
and did a little play for the kids.
Oh, wow.
And so they pretty much are there throughout the whole day. So they try to do a lot of fun activities for
Wow.
the kids there. And then the therapy center is for any of our kids that need any kind of therapy. So OT, PT, speech, and feeding. We do all of that there.
That's really cool.
That's amazing.
That's a lot.
Yes.
I mean, you guys do a whole lot.
We stay very, very busy, but it is really neat to, my office looks right out at the playground and I get to see all the kids on the playground and
Oh,
just
that's
enjoying their therapies. Our therapists are really good at using play. We have 2 different gyms, and in the gyms we have a climbing wall, we have swings, we have a slide that they can go down. So it makes it fun to able to do some times that are hard tasks, things that we don't want to do, but it will make them better.
Wow, that's amazing. So you might have already said this, but what's the age range again that you help?
So birth to age 21.
Wow.
So we have lots of different age groups and varieties of kids and needs that they have. But
So we know you help, of course, special needs children, but how do they get involved? Like how do they reach
how do they
out?
attend? So a doctor will prescribe for them to come and see us. And so we have lots of doctors. MMC is one of our largest supporters. And so the doctors will recommend them to come.
Oh, okay.
And so, but a lot of our website, you can go on and look and see like what are the things that you can start to see that maybe you're worried about your child. I'm not seeing this, and then they're not crawling at the right time. Their peers are doing things that my child isn't doing yet, and then you can just talk to your doctor, and they will prescribe for them to work on those skills.
Is that something that is covered by insurance, or is this part of your mission is to make sure that the funds are raised to cover those costs?
Yes. Well, we all have experienced insurance. You go to
Right.
you go to the doctor, and insurance pays for just a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, one of our major things that we have to, while we raise the money, is to fill in that gap for parents.
Gotcha. Okay.
We accept a lot of TennCare. A lot of other doctors' offices just can't, because they don't raise other money
Right.
to supplement, can't accept as many TennCare patients. And so we
Yeah.
can help with that. But a lot of it is filling in that gap, because insurance will say, hey, you need 5 sessions of this. Well, we know that this child, 5 sessions
Right.
is not going
Yeah.
to take care of what
they need.
the needs. And so
Yeah.
we're not going to quit on them at that moment. We want them to be able to continue and get the care that they need. And so most of our fundraising goes towards that gap right there.
Well, let's talk about that. What do you do to fundraise? Because, I mean, I'm sure that somebody out there is just speaking to their heart right now. They want to know, how do I give? What do I do?
So we have many different ways to give. One of the things we've started doing is with our small businesses, they give monthly and get our shout outs on social media, signs at our different events. We have 2 golf tournaments a year, and we have a huge race. So we have a race that's got usually about 2,500 runners in the race. This year we had a virtual race.
That's cool.
It was the tornado night.
Oh,
so we're learning all the things that we get to do virtually. And so it was really neat though, because a lot of our different runners would send us videos of running with their kids all over town. And it was really neat how the community came out and supported us, even though we had a little tornado weather.
A little hiccup. A little hiccup.
You pivot, right?
We
And it worked.
pivot, yes. So the events are one of our major ways of fundraising, and then we have corporations that sponsor us, small businesses, and then just individuals that give monthly or just give when they feel led to give.
When is the next event that you have?
So we have spring golf, which is coming up in Indian Hills, which is on May 15th and 16th.
Okay, are there still spots?
Yes, there's still spots, and so we've been doing this golf tournament since we started. So it's been a little over 25 years of having this golf tournament.
Golf tournaments are 4 people, right, on a team?
Yes.
You're doing
Look
good.
at you. Yes,
I
4 people on
know,
a team.
look at me.
A lot of our corporations or businesses will take their employees and play with us. Nissan is our major sponsor for this, and helps us really sustain what we get to do every day.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That is really great. I know we talk a lot about local businesses, but some of the bigger ones can be heroes to our nonprofits.
Yes.
It's amazing that they help.
We're very thankful. We
Yes.
have lots of sponsors that really come in clutch and help us when we need it most.
That is fantastic. Do you have an inspiring story of a kid or anything?
Oh, well, I could
I'm
talk
sure
for
there's
days on
plenty.
this, yes. But
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I was most, when I first started working, probably that stood out to me the most is I was watching one of our feeding therapy have a session with one of the kids. And it's this teenage boy, and he is working, teaching him how to eat foods that he would not normally eat. So when I think of feeding therapy, I'm thinking tubes and
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
and that is part of it. But a lot of what we do, our feeding therapist works with a lot of children that deal with textures, and they don't like food, and they don't want to touch this or this feels, because it's something that's inside of them. And I don't know about y'all, but I taught my boys, like, whatever I put on that table, you're going to eat it, and you're not going to get up from the table. And I ruined my boys because one of our sons does struggle with a little bit of autism. And now knowing this, as a parent, I realized I was doing it all wrong, And so one of the things we also do is help train parents, because we as parents have all these things that we learned. You sit down, you eat what I gave you. That's rude. Southern things.
Right.
You
Well,
sit
all
there
over.
and do the
Yeah.
thing, But learning this was just such an eye-opening thing for me to see. They're helping these kids learn how to touch things and texture, and a win for them one day is spitting out something because they actually tried something.
Yeah.
And so it really was eye-opening to me, just to see what all first of all, what all our therapists do and how they make it fun and exciting to get to try new things and play games. And this, if you land on this thing, you get to eat this sauce. And it was all like, it took the stress out of family time. And so many of our families now go out to restaurants, and it's not a stress time, it's a fun time. And they can enjoy that meal time again together, which is, especially if you've been in that role, you know what it's like to try to get kids to eat that don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a great, unique story that you told there, because that's something very out of the box that most people wouldn't think about and helping a child with that has special needs, because like I've never thought of it before, but you telling that story, like now it's opening my eyes, and I'm sure it's opening other people's eyes. So that's a great story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And sometimes kids misbehaving in a restaurant are not bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
So be patient.
That's true. Very true. We don't all know where, that's a good lesson for all of us in life. We don't know where people are coming from and what their struggle is, and just having that kindness and response to them.
Yes.
Makes
Yeah,
a
I know.
difference.
OTs and PTs are very near to our heart and our family. We actually had the PT teach our daughter to ride a bike. So they are some unknown heroes out there.
They are, for sure. And one of our PT and therapists, after they get done working, we have a trike that's just set exclusively for kids that just wouldn't be able to ride a regular bike. And so if they do well in their session, they get to ride the trike
how
around the circle. Our
fun.
building's in a circle. And so you get to watch their session, and then they get so excited because they've got that freedom. They don't know how to ride a bike. And so we have to have special bikes for them, but then they get to go around and toot the little horn
that's
after
awesome.
they've done well in their session.
I
So
love
it's
that.
really
I
neat.
love that.
That's very
Yes.
heartwarming.
Well, we appreciate you being here, and your links are below. So if you
Yes.
find in
Yes.
your heart that you'd like to donate or
Please.
learn
Learn
more
more.
about learn more about the
Come tour.
organization.
We'd love to have you
Yeah,
come. We'll come
absolutely.
out. I'll show you around.
That's
Great.
fantastic. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Kasey.
thanks for having me. I appreciate it. This was fun.
Thank you.
Good.
Well, stop. Don't scroll just yet, guys. We got more coming up after this.
Russ Stover from Superior Overhead Doors in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for LiftMaster. Now, you've been in business for over 30 years, and you carry just one door opener brand, and that's LiftMaster. Why?
Well, in my opinion, and through my experience over the years, LiftMaster has the best product on the market.
So what is the most popular LiftMaster model?
I like the 84505, which is a premium grade belt drive opener. It has a DC motor, built-in LED lights, has a drop-down camera. It's a belt drive opener, very quiet, very durable.
LiftMaster openers come with the popular MyQ app, so I know that my garage door is secure when I'm away. Is that right?
Yes, sir. You can pull the app up. You can check whether your door's open, closed. If you have a camera operator, you can also check your camera to see if anybody's been in or out of your garage. And for the fact that if you're not there and the door opens or closes, it will send alert to your phone.
Did you ever forget to close your garage door when you left for a trip?
Yeah, I've done that a few times. And before the MyQ, I'd turn around and go back and check.
LiftMaster, trusted by Superior Overhead Doors for over 30 years. Check them out at superiordoorsofTN.com.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the show today. We really do appreciate it. We had some great guests.
And
Lots
bunnies.
of fun. We
And
had bunnies.
bunnies.
We had bunnies.
They're great to visit, but they are not great for gifts.
Show me the bunny.
Show me the bunny. That's going to be in my head all weekend.
Show me the bunny.
It could be a Reese's bunny. I'm okay with that.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, or the Reese's eggs.
I like Cadbury
Don't get me on
eggs.
snacks. You know, I go on for hours. People will be like, all right, get him off the show. He's talked about every snack there is.
We like snacks. And we've had Oreos and Twinkies on the show.
I know. We should have done Easter eggs today. Come on, Neil. We should have done
Oh, Cadbury
Reese's
eggs.
No, that too. We could have done a taste testing. Next
Next
year, guys.
Yep. All right. Well, moving away from the food, we had a great show, some really cool events, some great ways to support the community.
Yeah.
Both nonprofits that we talked about
We
today.
did. We certainly did, and we have our sponsors. We need
Yes,
to thank Spear
yeah.
Overhead Doors is one of them.
Titan Media Works,
Info with social media.
615 Insurance,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center.
and of course, Hemispheres Wine Bar. Make sure you check their website because they have some cool events coming up.
Yeah, and then make sure, we talked about it some today. We talked about people we've had on the show before and things they've done.
Right.
Go back and watch the replays because you'll find out a lot about your community by doing that. Like we talked about in Crady today, that was on last week's show.
Yeah.
And gave insight
The
on musicians. Yep.
Unofficial Mayor of
Murfreesboro. Yep, unofficial Mayor of Murfreesboro, Grady Payne.
Yes. And then you were saying musicians.
Yeah. So you learn more about that stuff. He was talking about that, and Maddie Pruitt. So don't forget, if she makes it through the next round, go vote for her, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Rep your city.
And if you're interested in helping a nonprofit, we talk about nonprofits on almost every show. So there's a way that you can find a way to fit in with the community nonprofits.
Yeah, absolutely. But also you want to make sure that you like, share, and comment on this video below. If there's something that stands out to you, let us know. We want to talk about it.
There's bunny emojis you can add.
Yeah.
Bunnies.
Yeah, put a bunny emoji at the bottom of it, guys, if you made it this far.
Yeah. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and leave. I don't know if you can leave emojis in those comments, but try.
Yep, and then we got to thank our staff.
Absolutely.
They're so great.
Neil having a great hair day.
He is having a great hair day.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably after shooting the show today, you know, all the bunnies on here won't be in. It's out
Yes.
everywhere.
He can pull his hair out. And Steven, who does our editing.
Yep.
And Maria helps as well.
Yep, absolutely. We thank them so much.
They make us look good.
They do make us look good.
And we want to, again, thank Hemispheres
Yeah.
for us shooting here. We love them. They're a great place to come on a weekend or any day, but Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
and Thursdays.
No, Thursdays they're open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not open on Wednesday.
Tuesdays.
Yes.
It's Tuesdays.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Every other day of the week. Party at the wine bar.
That's right.
Well, from all of us here at Good Morning Murfreesboro, we want to wish you a great weekend and a happy Easter.
Yes, definitely happy Easter. And if you're going to do it this weekend, do it here in Murfreesboro. See you next week.